Hello everyone, it is Tuesday, October 26, 2010, and welcome to your Tuesday's edition of Reptile News. Well, first of all, I'd like to point out, if you hear gunshots in the background, CNN is not killing your favorite news person. I live within 1 mile of a couple federal facilities, and so if you hear gunfire, either A, there's an escape and they're killing somebody, or B, they're next door practicing to kill somebody. And as you saw yesterday with all the insulation and walls torn apart in the office here, it doesn't drown out sound very good. And moving on to our first story, this was mentioned yesterday in the comments, an alligator apparently on a flight being smuggled, I believe. This happened back, I believe it was August 25th. I didn't mention it yesterday because it was kind of old news. But since it was mentioned, I'll mention it today. The alligator was stuffed into a duffel bag. It got out of the duffel bag and got loose in the plane. All the crew and passengers ran to the front of the plane away from the alligator, causing the plane to be thrown off balance and crash. 19 people, including crew and passengers, were killed. I believe there were only 2 survivors. There was one person that was able to tell the story on why the plane crashed, and the alligator also survived. The alligator didn't survive very long though, because it was hacked up with a machete as soon as it was found. Oh boy, what a news day it is today. We haven't had very much the last few days, and now we got too much today. Apparently in China there's been another cobra escape. This time it involves 3,000 baby king cobras that were being illegally bred. Now apparently this escape of 3,000 baby king cobras in this town has caused such a stir, it's virtually shut the town down. Everybody has left. Authorities say that they have found only 170 of the 3,000 king cobras. And now the breeder is now facing jail time for breeding venomous snakes without a license. And apparently another educator, entertainer, venomous snakes has been killed, but after being bitten 29 times he was not killed by a venomous snake. He died of malaria after being bitten by a mosquito. Now I'd really like to mention his name, but I'm really worried that I don't pronounce it properly, so I'm not going to. Anyway, right down there in those links is the link to go to that story and check it out. Apparently he was on a TV show, and he was a regular on the school circuit educating people about snakes. And apparently conservation are coming head to head in Riverside County in California. As the story goes, 4 tortoises are in the way of a $6 billion project to build the world's largest solar power facility. Now this facility is rumored to generate 1,000 megawatts and power 300,000 homes, and from what I understand, at first conservationists didn't like it very much, but they're kind of, give and take, and what they're doing apparently is they're now relocating those 4 tortoises to make way for this facility to be built and meet the deadline for Obama's stimulus package. And I think, personally, I think this company is a big winner. Normally these big utilities and multi-billion-dollar companies and corporations are just jackasses, but apparently in exchange for being allowed to relocate these 4 desert tortoises, the company Solar Millennium is going to help in creating 8,000 acres of habitat for desert tortoises. And apparently the Amazon is continuing to amaze everybody. According to the World Wildlife Federation report, they're finding an average of 1 new species down there every 3 days. They list their list includes a anaconda the size of a limousine, a catfish that eats monkeys, a blue-fanged spider, as well as poison dart frogs. There's been 1,220 new species found there in the 10 years starting from 1999 to 2009. And a Dover, Florida family, we got a surprise when the wife woke up, apparently hearing a noise and believing it was a burglar. They looked out the front window of their house and found a 6 to 7 foot long alligator on right outside their front door. They called authorities via 911, and they brought out a trapper who caught the alligator, and we have video of this alligator being caught. And if you watch the video, as you can see, one of the things that really surprised me is how professional this was done. I've seen many alligators get caught before, and some of them just get the shit beat out of them when these trappers catch them, and this guy did an awesome job. Obviously he's a professional. No harm to the alligator. However, it is a little unfortunate that he stated everything over 4 foot gets euthanized for its hide and meat. And of course, now we have your question of the day. What do you think about these 4 desert tortoises being relocated and the 8,000 acres of new habitat being made for them and other animals? What do you think? Is it worth it to interfere and relocate? I mean, we're talking about 4 tortoises. I know that's not many, but that population's been hurting down there for many years. So is it worth it in exchange for the stretch much in conservation to create a solar plant to power 300,000 homes? Or do you think we're just stepping on our own feet again? What do you think? Leave a text comment or a video response below. And that has been all your news for this Tuesday, August 25th, 2010. If you'd like to read any more of these stories, those links are right down below here in the description. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other.